The only bikes I think that kind of come close are Indians, which are now kind of related to Victories because they're owned by the same company. But, you know, if you... Oh, fuck me. Holy fuck. I'm talking too much. Get my shit together. Hey. Always forget his name. Okay, so let's back to it there. Part 2 of Rant 1.5. Living with the Highball. It's not too bad. Fairly well behaved in traffic like this. You know. It's kind of nice to have a cruiser when you're in the city because it just kind of plots along. You do got to be a big guy to kind of manhandle it, I guess some people say, but you know, I don't see much of a difference. But you know, I am a bigger guy, but I wouldn't say I'm stronger, but you know, I do really well. I like it's not too bad in a little, you know, bootering around. I like it, obviously. Let me see. Well, I've handled most of the other issues. You know, it does everything fine. It does everything I wanted to do. You know, I'm stuck in traffic here. It does that just fine. In the summertime when it gets hot, I mean, you do feel the engine, like most American cruisers, but it's not too uncomfortable, and the engine never really overheats. Even when you're doing, you know, bumper-to-bumper stuff. Actually, a good video of the guy explaining why that works, because it's oil-cooled. Pretty maintenance-free. The belt is lifetime warranty, the guy was telling me. Only time he's ever seen it damaged is like when guys have gone over dirt roads and stuff and gotten a rock in there, and it just kind of bulges. It's like a Kevlar belt, I guess. So you know, the guy who did my maintenance just said it's basically a lifetime guarantee or warranty, and not guarantee, sorry, warranty. And yeah, they don't really go too often. Let's see, maintenance is, like, I think I already covered this in the last video, about $250. And it was after 8,000 kilometers ish. Next one's at 14.5, so I'm almost there. I got about 10,500 almost. Let's take a look. It's all in the program here. It's a trip. Oh yeah, there's a little switch there by the clutch, like a trigger. Stop here for a sec. Right there. There's a trigger. Here's your RPM and numbers. It's a little digital display. There's a neutral. So it's got about, Jesus, I've already put 11,473 on here. So 11,473 kilometers I've already put on this bike. Never had a problem. Oil leaked once, and that was from just a loose oil filter. I think I don't quite know how it even came loose, but that's the only issue I ever had with it. Yeah, not much to say other than that. I mean, it's been pretty good. You know, it does get a little hot sitting on it with the engine, but it's kind of nice now with it being cooler. People are probably giving me the weird eye there. I'm not quite confident enough to do these vlogs while I'm stopped. Long distance. So actually what I did when I first picked it up in Langley, very first thing I did was go to Hope, the long way in like the back roads. And, I can't see that with that light there. And it's great. I couldn't stop. I took the highway back, and actually I learned the hard way that when I took the highway back, my helmet almost was basically flying off my head because I had this old, I still have it. It's a leather bound Bell half helmet or 3/4 helmet. The old 300s or 500s or whatever they call them. I still use that helmet once in a while. I got some bubble masks for it, but I do use this one the most, which is my Bell Bullet, which is pretty nice. Anyways, I went to Hope. Got a little off topic a bit. Went to Hope, came back, and started using it right away for commuting, and you get the cheaper parking, and it's just cheaper on gas. I mean, for example, here in Vancouver, it's like $250 a month for a car. The park in that parkade for my bike, it's about $95 with taxes and everything. And then I took some time off right away just because I wanted to see my folks. I went up to the Kootenays. Again, that's like a 7-8 hour drive. And I took the Coke, which is where I kind of learned about how it's not the best at like 160k, which most people seem to be. With this big, you turn into a big sail, right, with these ape hangers. But my second trip, I went up the same way, but I came back a different way. I went kind of through the B roads, back down through Princeton, and then took the Crow's Nest back, and that's a lot better because you're really hanging around no more than 120 at max, and that was perfect. Took me a little longer, but it's a scenic route. It's just beautiful out there. Lots of curves. Just a great trip. If you're ever in BC on a bike, definitely check out the Kootenays too. Like anything, the Crow's Nest, anything around Nelson, the Cusp, Caslow. There's some great roads out there. Even one burning around there, that was perfect. Hit up the slope, or the curvy sections. Wasn't quite hanging on with the B&Ws and the Ducatis, but I was having fun. That's what matters, right? Hold on here. Here's a big clusterfuck as always. Fuck, I forgot my mirrored screen too. I can barely fucking see with this sun. Stupid of me. Anyways, it's pretty comfortable. I'd say I had to stop every 2 hours to just stretch my legs. The seats, I think, way more broken in. And again, the first trip I had the stock seat, and the second trip I had this seat, this Solo, which wasn't quite broken in, I think. And I mean, neither seat was probably really broken in since the bike was brand new, more or less brand new, anyways. It was, like I said, it was a demo model. But now I've noticed this seat's actually just a lot more comfortable after you know, almost 10,000 kilometers on it, probably. Now, as far as modifications go, like, you know, fancy stuff, I've done a few things. I got some was it MGW or MDW lights? I got those from Victories only, but it turned out it wasn't much more expensive than getting it from my dealer here, which is See the Sky Motorsports. And yeah, I probably should have just went through them. I probably will go through them most of the time from now on. I got a side plate there that connects to my little wobbly street. I got a side plate, fixed my swing arm. That's another MGW or MDW is the name of that company. They basically are specialists in Victory parts, so look at the guy right beside me here. So they do some pretty cool stuff. My lights are from them, my plates are from them. They make pretty high quality stuff. So yeah, actually, my first side plate I bought was a cheap one for like, I think it was like $60 from Witch Doctors, where I got these little black things that go over the bolts if you have one. And these are great, but the plate holder was terrible, because it basically, I think I kicked it once by accident, and then a few days later it just kind of fell off, and I had my plate dangling by a wire, because there's also an MGW or whatever it's called, MDW. I gotta get that name right. It's like a bracket that goes over the license plate to give it a light. The other thing is that Canadian motorcycle plates are bigger, I guess, than American motorcycle plates. So I got the dealer to install them and drill some better holes. But they do fit. I'll have to show that later in a different video, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, that's about it. Like I said before, it came with the stage 1 kit with the exhaust, which I think gives it a nice noise with the straight pipes there. Though, you know, stock ones from, or the Victory performance ones are either the straights, a 2-in-1 system, or a curve kind of expo, they call them, I think. And yeah, they're all got slightly different noises. I like these straight pipes quite a bit, but I have thought about getting ground pounders, but that might be a little loud for my neighborhood. Might not make too many friends. As is now, it's not too loud, but it's got a nice rumble to them, so I like them a lot. And like I was saying, also, I think I mentioned them, but I haven't really pointed them out. My lights are basically these MGW ones that are integrated, so they look like it's part of my tail section, and if they're just rings that go around my fork, so they're just kind of there. You've probably seen me use them once or twice already. Yeah, nice truck. That's a dickwad right there. Definition of an asshole. He's way back there too already. What a prick. Pretty standard in Vancouver though. I think I've covered pretty much everything on the bike. I mean, like I said, I like it. It fits my body type. It really, you know, if you're looking at this, it pays to go take a look, right? The Gunner, like I said before in other videos, I think, is basically the same bike, just a slightly smaller back tire, I believe. There's a, I forget his name now, it's Cohen something. I'll have a link below. He's got a really good video on the Gunner and the Highball, since they're so related. It's probably one of the videos that made me want this bike so bad. I just forgot the guy's name. Again, take a look. I'll post it. You know, he's got some really good reviews. And I think cycles.com, I believe. Both that and another one, they both do some really good reviews of the Gunner against the Softail Slim, which again was another bike I was looking at. Got an itch there. Oh, fuck, I hate standing in traffic. Yeah, I really don't have too much bad things to say other than the stuff I pointed out with the clutch, but like I said, you just get used to that and it's fine. It's low maintenance, pretty decent on gas, shitloads of torque. You know, can't complain. I love the paint job even. Though I've scratched it up a few times. I'm actually a big klutz with these bikes. I probably should have bought used. I am terrible, actually. I've scratched this thing up so many times now, but it takes it pretty well. I'll point that out later. All the damage, I'll do a separate video on that, on how much of a klutz I am. And like I'm saying, like, this is, you know, stuck in traffic for the last little while. It's not too bad. It's a bit warm by my leg, but not too bad. There's always these sections in van that are always clustered. I don't know, I've never seen anyone, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't, kind of self-conscious about this whole thing, but I don't see a whole lot of guys out here with YouTube or with GoPros on their bikes. Like I said, I think my uncle's the only guy I know about, and he's in the Tri-Cities. I've never seen too much in, you know, Richmond, Vancouver. Oh fuck, someone lost a belt, a strap. Also, I switched back from my last video was done in medium shot, and I've gone back to the wide screen, which I think I like more. But you know, you can always tell me your guys' opinion down in the comments. Nice dog. Probably can see a bit better now, without the... It's like October, so it was pretty nice weather for October, actually, right now. It's raining there a bit, but not too bad. Yeah, well, I think I'm done reviewing the bike, so I'll probably go home and throw this as the last part of the review. I gotta work on, definitely gotta work on putting my speech. I won't lie, I'm very conscious of that, since you know, I think I have a bit of a speech impediment, not much. I think a lot of it right now is to do with the fact that I'm quite nervous. I'm basically talking to myself, so I must look completely bonkers. Oh, I'll get the Miata in a rush. I'm also trying to concentrate like hell. If you haven't noticed, people around here are fucking crazy. Completely bonkers. They won't see you, just hit you. Oh, see, I'm not in the right gear, and I'm having trouble getting the neutral. That's what I told you about. There we are. So that was second, and it was having issues. That's because I wasn't in, I think it was in fourth when I stopped, so it gets a little fussy when that happens.